Can I get a yeehaw? Because it is the Lapdown podcast. We're in Texas. We both have professional recording equipment and cameras. It's a full beans podcast for a full beans sprint weekend. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Alex. You know, that's not your best introduction of all time.
Oh, I don't know.
The thing is when you said, can I get a yeehaw, I was kind of hoping you were going to leave me a gap. And I was going to give you said yeehaw, but you just took it away straight away. So
I'm yeehaw now, sir.
It was so close. So close to being brilliant, which feels quite a fitting way to kind of talk about a Formula One weekend, doesn't it, really? So close to being brilliant. A bit like our podcast.
Yeah. The podcast which you should subscribe to and share with a friend and hit like and review it if you like it, because that actually helps more than you realise if people give it a 5-star review. So if you could do that, that would be very kind of you.
Massively helpful. Massively helpful. But, you know, we've enjoyed this season so far. We're heading to America land again for not the American Grand Prix, but is it the Texas Grand Prix or is it the Austin Grand Prix?
Let's investigate the formal name and what sponsors are involved, because this is what. No, this is the United States Grand Prix.
Oh, this is the United States.
This
Grand
is the
Prix.
United States Grand Prix, one of three.
That's a bit disrespectful, isn't it, to Austin?
This is the Formula One MSC Cruises United States Grand Prix 2025. Because if there's one thing I know about Texas,
yes,
it's that they do a lot of cruising. Big water-based, definitely not a giant hunk of land kind of area.
Well, I think there is a coast in Texas. I don't think Austin's anywhere near it.
I just don't think... Is anyone cruising to Texas?
I don't know. Is there another definition of cruising that may go on in Texas that doesn't involve MSC cruise liners? I mean, that could be it.
Possibly. Certainly possible.
I don't know. But, hey, good for MSC, good for the people of Austin. Superb. If I wanted to go on a cruise, I would be looking for one to Austin, Texas. There you go.
I think so. No interest in going round sort of tropical islands. No interest in going round the Medi. I don't need lovely Medi coasts and pizza and olives and feta and that sort of stuff. Don't need it. What I need is that run down to turn one and the real big hairpin business at the top, and that's where I'd like my cruise to go, please.
Yeah, that works for me. What else is Austin known for?
Barbecue. And
live music, apparently.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of country biz.
I could see that being a worthwhile thing for a stop off in a cruise. It's also a tech industry, which I don't think ranks particularly highly on holidaying. No. And then just broadly, AI on Google here just says unique culture.
Unique. Now, unique is generally the word that you use to describe something that you actually don't like and you're trying to be really polite about it. It's like, hey, Dan, do you like my new haircut?
That's unique.
Oh, thank you. I was going for unique.
Yeah. You sat down, you said, what can I do for you? And you went, make me unique.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Should we talk about some Formula One?
Oh, should we? Because we're bloody sprinting. Who's excited for a sprint weekend? Hands up. Yay!
I love a sprint.
Have we just accepted sprints at this point? That they're going to happen, so we might as well just learn to like them?
I think they're one of those things, aren't they? They're kind of like they're a bit of a surprise.
Oh, absolutely they are, yeah.
And I don't know, I still can't work out whether they're nice surprises or not, or whether it's just a surprise of sorts. It's just a box. Who knows what's in it? We don't know. No one ever really knows if they're going to turn up, because I can't believe many people actually spend their weeks studying the F1 calendar to be going, oh, well, no, we're not going to get another sprint for another 4 weekends. I'm going to mark that on my calendar. There will be some people that do that, I'm sure, and we're very proud of you. And if you do that and you listen to this podcast, we love you very much.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, it just goes, sprint.
Yeah. Sprinty weekend. Changes all me times. And it changes all me times because we've moved into the American leg for a little bit. So we're none of my 3 o'clock on a Sunday Arvo business anymore.
No. How do they come up with the sprint weekends thing? Do they put the list of 24 races down and there's just 2 people from the FIA or Formula One sat either side of the table just going, do they go like similar to our random driver world championships? Do they just pop it up like that? Do they just kind of go through and they go, Australia? Nah. Austin? Sprint? and then just tick a little box, and then all of a sudden there's just a sprint race there.
I like to think, now this might be asking for too much from FOM. I like to think there's some level of thought that goes into which would be the tracks that are best suited for doing on and Sprunt. But to be fair, I think they've picked okay this year in terms of where we're sprinting. I mean, China, Miami, Belgium, Texas, Brazil, and Qatar. Well, there's overtaking in Brazil. There can be overtaking around Kota. I mean, they've picked ones where at least the concept of an overtake possibly being available at some point to someone is available. So, yeah, and then I imagine it's money. The answer's always money. Money.
Yeah, normally
it's money.
Boils back down to dollars and cents, doesn't it? And I suspect that tech industry and that unique culture in Austin generates a lot of dollars and a lot of cents.
Yes. It's all dollars. And that's why we've got to have grid gigs as well, Dan, because we can't just have motor racing anymore on our motor racing weekends. No. We must also have music and concerts on our grids.
Heaven forbid that motor racing was just about motor racing. I know there's lots of different categories and classes and things like that, and you'll go to various different places around the UK and the world, and you'll get a much more stripped down version of what you get now with Formula One. How close are we to the line of sport here between kind of Formula One worrying about sport and then worrying about the other stuff? Because for looking at the schedule, I think there's a grid gig actually after the drivers' parade on Sunday. That's when it is. Yes. So the drivers will do their parade. They'll go around. They'll sit on the back of their like Corvette Stingrays and wave. Have you seen that thing? They'll give it the classic like thumbs up, the wave, and kind of like that, because they'll obviously point out and recognize the people that are standing there at those particular points. So there's going to be a grid gig. Almost certainly there's going to be some form of after party. There's almost certainly going to be some form of like post, because we have it at Silverstone, don't we? Post Friday nights, post Saturday nights, post Sunday nights. And actually then we have a tiny little portion of the weekend where the cars go zoomies around the circuit, and people go, oh shit, yeah, that's what I was here for. I'm here for a Formula One Grand Prix. We must be getting pretty close now, aren't we, to this is transitioning to a festival rather than a sport?
Well, so I was going to say, and it's good that you mentioned Silverstone, because I was going to bring up Silverstone. So this year, for example, so Silverstone has a big old stage setup they do. It is a festival stage, and the photos from it might be at any number of randomly named summer festivals in farm fields, right? And I actually that's good. I like that. I think that's a nice idea that we've done the racy bit. You're all still here. We've got alcohol to sell and food stalls that would like to sell you a jacket potato for £8. Here's Sam Fender. Great. No problem with that whatsoever. We just don't need to do that between the reconnaissance lap and the start of the Grand Prix with a guy called Drake Milligan, who, I'm going to be honest, looks like a Disney Channel star that's going to end up in some kind of drug rehab in the next 5 years. But I think they've got the right idea. They've just got the wrong idea. So
yeah,
I'm all for this concept of how do we make my Sunday out or my weekend at the Grand Prix as good as it can be. What other experiences can I put on that? Sport does that all the time. Sweet. It's like tailgating for F1, right? That's great. Fine. We're fucking with the racy bit now. And that's the problem, I think, is let's fuck with all the other available time we have over 72 hours here that's not the one bit that was about the cars going quickly in a wobbly circle.
Yeah. Or the other thing as well is that they try and pretend that they haven't affected it. So poor old Drake Milligan goes out there and has to sing 3 halves of 3 songs, and then gets wished off the track within 97 seconds of opening his concert or grid gig.
Yeah.
And you're sat there going, well, I don't really understand what the point in that was anyway.
Yeah.
So
the official running order now, drivers parade.
Yep.
Grid gigs. Drivers go to the grid, national anthem, formation lap, race start. I'm going to ask you where Martin's grid walk fits in there. I assume it's between grid gig and national anthem.
Is he even there this week?
But so that's what they've replaced Martin with Drake. That's what it is.
That's it. Simple.
It's a classic. It's a classic Brundle Milligan switcheroo.
Cheers, Crofty.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, right idea, wrong idea. I think for me,
It's close. It's close. It's close, but it just doesn't feel right. They're in the right forest. They just haven't found the right tree to bark up.
Would you say, and far be it from us to brainstorm on behalf of FOM, what if we combined the grid gig with the national anthem? Let's have Drake come in and Mr. Milligan can sing 2 of his own songs and he can bop about a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, here we go. Right, serious bit now. Oh, say, can you see, rah, 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 sweet, bid flag, fireworks. We spend $2 million to have some planes go over the top because that's taxpayers' money that didn't need to go to cultural programs. And now let's drive fast in a wobbly circle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Good
no
work.
bad ideas in a brainstorm.
Not saying it will work. I'm saying it could.
Yeah.
There is a chance.
There's a chance
it's successful. Anyway, so yeah, that's new. So that's something to look forward to. The thing is, as well, is I don't even know if that will be broadcast because all these various different places around the world will have different licenses and different royalty programs and different things and different stuff. And so we might end up with various broadcasts around the world that just don't even have it.
Yeah, well, Sky's going to have a package where they send Ted to have, like, barbecue or something, or they're going to... Yeah. They do various VT build-up things. And this is no disrespect to Mr. Milligan, right? Dan, could you name me a letter from any of the titles of any of Drake Milligan's best-selling songs, please?
Do you know, I do actually know who he is.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I do. I do know who he is.
What does he sing?
He's quite talented. He's one of those kind of country singers that would have kind of originated from around that neck of the woods. I would.
Does he sing about love and fish and beer, the Lord and his wife, like
cowboys?
Yeah, yeehaw. Yeah,
dogs on the back porch.
Yeah, with the sun going down, with my buds and my brews and my baby.
Just good shit.
Yeah,
good shit. Good. But completely agree with you. I don't understand what the point in that is. I like Drake. I don't necessarily like the slot at which he's found himself slotted into.
Yeah, slotty. Right, should we talk about Mercedes? Because they've filled 2 of their slots.
Yeah, because this is the best quote of it as well. Toto Wolff. We wanted to take our time.
Who else were you getting?
You were blessed with options, genuinely. Toto.
Who else were you getting? There is no one else available that would have been better than the 2 that you have.
The Max thing died 3 months ago.
Yep.
That
Valtteri's gone.
Yeah.
You're not taking Yuki.
No. The 2 Ferrari boys are penciled in.
Yeah.
Hamilton's not going back.
Who else could they possibly have been looking at or pondering or thinking about? Now, we will say we're not generally the best for looking at feeder series on this pod, right? We're very much, if it's not one, it's nothing, right? Yeah. But I couldn't tell you a single other up-and-coming young name that had been tossed around possibly for these seats.
Nope.
What have you been doing for 2.5 months? I mean, we know what they've been doing. They've been arguing about money. But what have you been doing for 2.5 months?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you because, like, Kimi is the young kid. Kimmy's the young kid. They bet their house on Kimi Antonelli,
and he's done fine.
He's done all right. He's done all right, hasn't he? For a 12-year-old, he's done absolutely fine, and no one could expect anything. When he gets to 14, though, then we're going to start expecting a few little top step podium gigs from Kimi Antonelli. But they bet their house on Kimi Antonelli. They can't possibly think about moving on from him after 75% of a Formula One season. That's just silly. And I don't necessarily think he was the one they were taking their time over because surely they didn't just sign him to a 1-year contract. 12-year-old Kimi Antonelli with all this big future ahead of him.
Star boy.
Well, we'll offer you a 1-year contract, Kimi, because we really, really think you're going to be the guy. 1 year? 1 year.
Yeah.
It was probably George, wasn't it? And it makes you wonder. And I don't know how prevalent things like agents are in the world of Formula One, but in other sports, they're obviously massively important. But you do wonder, now that number that George Russell is going to be on per year has been published, how much of that time was taken with regards to a back and forth between 2 people that had nothing to do with the day-to-day running of Mercedes AMG Formula One Petronas F1 team.
Entirely. Yeah. I think as far as George has probably known, he's probably known, yeah, I'm racing here next year from April. It just depended how many additional, flaws he could have on his yacht. Like, that's all that's been involved. And on the Kimi, I mean, obviously, driver salaries aren't publicised. They're rumoured and leaked out and all the rest of it. But the chat is, George is now on about £30 million a year, which makes George Russell the third highest paid, rumoured, unofficially, Formula One driver. Which kind of feels right to me. He is Mr. Quiet P3 on a podium where we didn't see him for 71 laps. And he's just kind of quiet Mr. Big Money contract that, you know what, go on, George, like sneak yourself in.
Yeah. No, good for George.
Yeah.
Good for George. He'll be able to buy almost all of Norfolk with that.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli, 1.6 million. Now, I'm not suggesting for the 12-year-old Kimi Antonelli that's not a good amount of pocket money.
No, that's a lot of Pokemon cards you can buy with that.
But when they're going out, and now I'm not suggesting that, Mr. Russell and Mr. Antonelli spend huge amounts of time together off track when they go around on race weekends. But it must be weird for Kimi Antonelli. He is a teenager or a 20-year-old now, whatever he is, that earns 1.6 million a year, to still go out for dinner and be like, well, I ain't fucking paying. You're paying, George. You make way more than me. You're picking up the tab. That doesn't make sense.
Can I make an assumption here?
Yes.
I'm going to assume, well, I know that I'm certainly not, but I'm going to assume that you're not kind of kicking around in those echelons of millions per year on your salary.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, positivity, and I like that.
Not with the way the exchange rates go.
No. So, and there's obviously a massive disparity between 30 million and 1.6 million.
Yes.
But after you get past a certain point per year, does it even matter?
No.
This is the point that I'm kind of saying. I mean, Kimi Antonelli probably walks around with the biggest todger in the world in Italy because he's got 1.6 million per year in his bank account, and it doesn't stop him doing anything. There's probably nothing in the world that 1.6 million per year can't get you to do.
As a 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
Precisely. Yeah. Precisely.
But I think it must get to, and where God forbid on this podcast we drift away from chatting about Formula One, but it must get to that point of, I now know I have so much money that I never actually need to look at how much money I've got. I just have a piece of plastic or Apple Pay that if I would like something, I tap that piece of plastic or my phone against the thing, it goes ka-ting, and now I have that thing. And then maybe once a year, a real nerdy bloke wants to have 45 minutes with me on a Zoom where he goes, here's a bunch of numbers, and I go, okay, I've got all my Lego. Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
And
Weird. If anyone would like to give us 1.6 million a year, they are more than welcome to.
I wouldn't complain. Do you think there's ever a point, and this is very, very hypothetical,
where this podcast makes 1.6 million? No.
No, that's even more hypothetical. But that you walk into a shop and you see something, and you're not 100% sure on it, but you have 1.6 million in your bank account, and you go, do you know what? I won't bother. It's not for me, that. It's not for me. Because you just buy it for the sake of it, wouldn't you? You just go, do you know that T-shirt? 50 quid? Do I need it? I'm not sure whether it fits right. Oh, fuck it. I'll just get it.
Yeah.
Done.
Do you reckon Kimi Antonelli's selling much on Vinted?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because, I mean, he's a 19-year-old lad that's going to have some jeans and some shirts and stuff that maybe don't fit him anymore. That, I get £7 for that. Stick it in a Royal Mail bag.
Yeah, maybe he's one of those resellers as well. Maybe he just spends his spare time trawling through Vinted.
Member.
Yeah, trying to find those bits and reselling, listing them back up again. It's just a hustler, you know? Everybody needs a side hustle. Maybe at 1.6 million, Kimi Antonelli's side hustle is reselling on Vinted.
Yeah, we don't know what percentage of that is Vinted sales as opposed to actual salary as well. It could just be, because it's a reported number. So that's just accounts and stuff. So you never know.
True.
You never know. Hey, should we talk about the most important thing about this weekend?
Who's going to win?
Nope.
No.
How pretty they're all looking doing it.
Oh, yes, we will.
Here we go.
Yes, we will.
Jeezy Peeps, we have a lot of special edition liveries this weekend. I don't know why they've all picked this weekend, but they've all picked this weekend.
Probably the similar kind of reason as to why there's a sprint weekend.
Money.
Highly likely.
Do we actually know any of them? I guess they're trying to break into America, and there is, in theory, a lot of money in America. But why is COTA such a special edition livery? Because half the grid are running a special edition livery this weekend. And at what point does that mean that they're not special?
There might be another one yet.
There might be. We are only on Thursday afternoon. But
I mean, Haas makes sense, right?
Haas makes sense. They're an American team, everyone, if you don't know. I know they went Russian for a little bit, but they're an American team.
So that's fine. Perfect. Yeah. Tick that box off. Dominate the market. You're America's team at the minute until Cadillac come in, take over, and they will be the preferred Formula One team of the Lap Down podcast because we will fully invest in the American market. And the rest of them, I just don't know. I mean, Aramco seems to have been a big kind of pulling partner here for the one for Aston Martin. As last time I checked, they're a Saudi company. So I don't think they're going to have a huge thing. Nobody knows what VCARB is. So I don't know why they've got an affiliation with Texas. Because Cash App?
I feel like Visa and Cash App. Visa to me, and again, we're not talking about racing. Out of the credit card companies, obviously American Express has it in the title. We'll put that to one side. Visa feels a lot more American to me than MasterCard for some reason. MasterCard feels European. And Visa feels American. I think it's just because you hear Americans say, like, do you take Visa? It's like, nah. Maybe of course you do. They're just payment processors. They're not different kinds of cards. But, yeah, I mean, Cash App's only in America, isn't it? Or certainly like that part of the world. We don't have it in the fine echelons of the UK. So.
No. We still walk around handing over £5 notes to one another.
Yes, tuppence.
Fine £5, fine Bob notes. And McLaren, I mean, they've got so many sponsors on their car. I mean, there's bound to be a couple of them with American origins at some point. Yeah, I mean, it's all been able to have dictated
we'll go through them properly in a second, but it's a Gemini tie-in livery for them, isn't it? It's a Google. It is a Google livery.
And then what? I mean, Williams. But what's an Atlassian? Is that an American? Because they're American owned now, aren't they, Williams?
Atlassian's Australian. So even further away.
Yeah, no, that's not them then, is it? Oh, no. Well, who do you want to go for?
Let's go through them, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Haas broke cover first, so we'll start with Haas. Well done, Haas. You've done it again. It's another banger of a special edition livery. Simple as that for me.
So good. It's beautiful. Genuinely beautiful. It just ticks all the right boxes.
It's a little classy almost, I'm going to say. It's a classy special edition livery somehow, even though it's all stars and stripes and Yeehaw, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
It's not special enough for Haas not to run that every day of the week.
It's a very good point.
You can't claim to be America's F1 team and then put together a special American livery for your home Grand Prix. That's nonsensical. That makes no sense.
When it's this simple as well. Like they've done some outlandish special issues before with giant fucking eagles on the front of it and all that kind of stuff. As where this is just we've added a few stars that
bit of blue.
Yeah. Why not? Well, it looks nice. It's a nice livery. It's a more aggressive livery, I think, than the normal livery. It feels meaner and quicker.
Do they have to double down on America's team, knowing that Cadillac are turning up?
Ooh, a little bit of rivalry.
Maybe.
A little bit of heads to heads.
Because you can't just claim to be America's team and then do nothing to prove the fact you're America's team. Just because you're there first doesn't mean anything. And if Cadillac launch their car, which I'm sure they won't, because it'll all be kind of plain carbon fiber because they'll be looking to save as much weight as possible. So it'll look as dull as everything else. But if they turn up with like soaring eagles and stars and stripes and cannons and Twinkies and all this other stuff all over their car, and they go, we're America's team, they are America's team.
Yeah, with their Mexican and their Finnish drivers.
Yeah, it's done
based in Silverstone.
Don't worry about that.
Yeehaw! Come on, then I'm going to put you on the spot. Out of 10, what are you giving the Haas Special Edition Cota livery?
Because it's not used every day of the week,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to give that an 8.67 out of 10.
Oh, okay. It was only getting a 7.5 from me.
Okay.
Just because, and we're going to get onto this with the next one. It's not overly special for a special edition livery, as you say. And if I'm seeing a special edition livery, I want you to slap your balls on the table and really throw it around, and we move swiftly on.
For those listening to this on audio platforms, this also does go live it goes live on YouTube, and there are clips on TikTok. So if you would like to see Alex slap his balls on the table on camera, there's the place to go.
Yeah, you couldn't hear it because I have like a micro suede desk mat cover, which just sort of softened it down a little bit. What the fuck is the V-carb livery?
I don't know.
That's my question. Well, I don't hate it, but I hate it. But I don't hate it, but I hate it.
It feels like it needs subtitles.
Yeah,
is what it needs. Does. Because I have no idea. I mean, is it on fire?
So when I first saw the little thumbnail and I saw they'd done one, I thought, oh, they've done a big flamesy livery.
Yeah.
No. Are they going for like tortoise shell, like a pair of sunnies? Or like a pair of glasses frame?
Really?
You know that you know what I mean, right?
I know what you mean.
Isn't it with like big boobies or something? Shaboobie, Ruby Dooby.
Is it with big boobies or something?
Who made it's a partnership livery, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, the caption from Visa Cash App RB says "Not our first rodeo" with a cowboy hat emoji next to it. I don't...
Shaboozy. Sorry, it's shaboozy is the word I was looking for.
I'm not getting the impression that this car is on a ranch of a farmer that has 1,000 head of cattle in the plains of Texas. Is it autumnal leaves? Is it that kind of pumpkin spice latte edition Formula One car? Is that something it's gone for?
Would you like me to read you the official description of the livery from the VCARB article that I'm reading?
Only if
there's
it makes sense.
There's a lot of... I'll leave that for you to decide. I'm going to read you most of this page, so get ready for this. There's a lot of words to come here. VCARB 02, stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor, is the subheading of the article. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on, which I think might be a Big Booby Shabooby lyric, because that's got emojis either side of it. Don't worry, we've not left the aux plugged in. We're just pumped for our newest livery reveal right here in Austin. VCARB and Cash App want to introduce you to their one-off livery for the United States Grand Prix. There's grammar errors all the way through that. Alongside multi-platinum singer, songwriter, and producer Shaboozy. We've gone for a pearlescent black and amber tortoise pattern, a perfect match for the rootin' tootin' hoedown that is the 2025 United States Grand Prix. The livery represents VCARB's ongoing mission to infuse the words of motorsport, music, and American culture all in one striking, speedy, Shaboozy-flavoured statement. Now, there's a typo in that because I think they wanted to say infuse the worlds of. They've got words. Why would we proofread our press releases? I'm not done, Dan. I'm halfway through.
What? I was Googling whether tortoises were native to Texas.
Are they?
They are, actually.
Oh, well, I'll take back. Both of us can take back our mocking. We couldn't just announce a livery and leave it at that,
sorry,
Dan.
You're still going.
Oh, no.
Right.
We made a special short film too, featuring Shaboozy himself and online personality Caleb Presley. It also features Alex Russell of the Bear and Beef and Northamptonshire County Cricket Club fame. Shaboozy and Caleb are comparing their tortoise-themed accessories ahead of Lights Out. Particularly Shaboozy's Cash App tortoise card, nodding to the subtle, effortless styling of the one-off livery. Subtle styling! It's got gold on it, and it looks like a tortoise that died. What do you mean, subtle styling? It's the loudest livery on the grid. Wow.
It's going to look shit going around the track as well, isn't it?
Not as bad as the merch. Because that looks even worse.
Is there bad merch?
The merch, where you were talking about earlier, is it leaves and stuff. The merch looks like really cheap Walmart, like camo gear. When you can go hunt deer and you don't shoot anything but your own partner. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm going to be honest with you, Dan. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
I mean, the merch makes it look worse, doesn't it?
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
An 8? Sorry, you're giving that an 8 out of 10?
And I will explain myself. It's not because it's good. It's because it's special. And if you're going to do a special edition livery, I need you to put Shabooby on the side of the car, and I need you to write me some wank about what it all means that doesn't mean anything, and it should look completely different to your normal car, and that does. Well done.
Fine.
What are you going to give it, Dan?
I don't know. I quite like the hats. The hats are quite nice.
Does the hat feature the same, or is it a cowboy hat?
But no, the baseball caps are like a plaid kind of check cap.
Oh,
like that actually looks really smart.
Of course they are.
I don't know what the shirt's trying to do. What am I going to give it?
It's broken down.
I think 1's generous.
Okay.
Genuinely, I think 1 is generous.
That balances out at like a 4.5 then.
I mean, nah, that's terrible.
Right.
That's terrible.
Let's move on. And I'm going to spoiler alert. I'm almost tempted to give it a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9.56. Williams, Texas livery, unbelievable banger.
It's very good.
Beautiful.
It is very good. It did take a caption for me to tell me that it was a throwback to what they would have run in the early 2000s. So when they were powered by BMW, obviously that BMW badge is that blue and white and shiny bits and stuff like that. So it was kind of like trying to build it together like that. I think they were sponsored by Compaq, or maybe even Hewlett-Packard at the time. So there was a little bit of input on there. But no, I really like this. I think this is really smart. Williams it's just good, isn't it? Like they're a good team. I think they're the team at the moment where you just can't hate on them. Whatever they do, you cannot hate on a Williams person, a car, a driver, a result, anything, because Williams is just like they potentially cheated their way through to that podium in Azerbaijan because of their floppy wings in the next weekend. Nobody cared. Nobody commented about it. Nobody went up. But Carlos came P3 and now his wings are illegal. Were his wings illegal last week? Nobody cared. Everyone just went
on a really low drag, massive top speed, long straight circuit.
Everybody just went, that's brilliant. Brilliant. And this is brilliant as well.
Yeah. Now, my only thing that I will say to you, though, if we were going to criticise Haas for why you're not running this livery all the time, that's just a really nice livery, I'm going to ask you that question about the Williams as well.
Yep. I actually really like the original Williams livery.
Williams just know how to put paint on a car, don't they?
Yeah.
I
don't think Williams need to change away from what they're running as their kind of stock variation of the car, whereas Haas, I believe they do need to change away from their stock variation of the car. And this is just a nice little mashup, really. I don't know why they've decided to kind of go back for the 23rd anniversary of the car that ran in 2002 that never would have run at Texas or Austin. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is behind it, but I like it.
Yeah, there you go. But I just got a lot of time for it.
Yeah,
got a lot of time for it.
Nailed it.
Aston Martin. Talk to me about their livery. Thoughts?
It's unbelievably close to falling in the same category as they should just run this every day of the week. The Formula One grid is devoid of colour. So if Aston Martin could turn up and just add a flash of day glow to it, that would be wonderful. But then what they've done is they've let Adrian Newey's grandchild in with a Sharpie, and he's just squiggled all over bits and pieces, and it apparently looks like mathematics. What I would like to know, and I would genuinely like to know, and I'm not suggesting either you or I do this, but do the equations actually mean anything? If you completed the equations, would they come up with an answer, or are they just absolute gobbledygook?
My understanding is that they are aerodynamics-based equations, from what I read. I don't think these are like the answer was 7 kind of equations. I think these are calculation-style equations for downforce and aerodynamics and flow and speed and driving and cars and stuff.
I mean, I suppose nobody's going to be taking photos of that front wing for Aston Martin and trying to copy their equations because the car's shit, isn't it?
How good would it be if it was the actual schematics for this year's car and
they've got nothing to hide, have they? They've quite literally got nothing to hide. Nobody's looking at an Aston Martin going, you know what, I think we should copy what they're doing because that is a rocket ship. It could well be the actual stuff. Although when I look at it, it's like down plus Q coolant. I mean, that's not an equation, is it?
Well, it is if you know what the Q coolant is. Because that Q coolant's going to have a value assigned, surely.
Nah,
We're getting deep in the weeds here anyway. We're doing paint chat, not equation chat.
Honestly,
it looks bloody good, I think.
It does. Adrian Newey's grandchild has been in there.
Very neat handwriting for a child.
Yeah, they tarted it up. It's fine.
I don't know why they've not run with the yellow for the accents and stuff all year. Because it actually makes me, and this is dangerous, it makes me like a Ramco more now that it's yellow.
Yeah. It's
Like,
not
it's
a
just
Ramco
better.
colour, is it?
No, that's an Aston Martin. That's part of their branding.
Yeah.
Their branding ways. So, yeah. Out of 10?
It's an 8.96.
Yeah, I was saying 8. I was saying
Yeah.
8 for me. I could take or leave the scribbles. I like the side poddy design with like the geometric-y thing, and the colours are all good. It's good. It's
Do
a
you
good
know
livery,
with
I
the
think.
squiggles, my final comment on the squiggles, if they are genuine squiggles,
You are so hung up on these actually adding up to
no,
number
but
7,
because I think this is massively important. If they're genuine squiggles, I'm all in. 100% in on genuine squiggles. If it's absolute nonsense, why have you bothered with it?
Pretty.
It's not though. No, nobody has ever said maths is pretty.
Oh, mathematicians probably did.
No.
Rachel Riley.
Who?
Carol Vorderman.
Oh, from the letters program.
Yes.
Yeah, got
The
you.
one with the letters and numbers. That's what they call Countdown in Australia. Genuinely, it's the name of the show.
Spot on. You love simplifying things.
And finally,
Yep.
McLaren ran out of black paint. That's all this livery is. They forgot they didn't pack enough black paint to go to America, and they went, "Oh shit, that bit's gonna have to be white." And I'll call it a special edition livery. Fine. Ring Tim Google and just say if he wants to sponsor it.
Mr. Google. Do you know, like, Aramco have obviously been submissive to Aston Martin in that branding, haven't they? Because they've gone, do you know what? Don't worry about our colourway. You can be fine. Make it yellow. Make it look cool.
I mean, their normal colourway is white, so it's hardly.
Yeah, but they just run with me on this. Gemini, McLaren have gone, right, what we can do is we can put the text of Gemini in white. And Gemini have gone, no. Yeah, but what we can do is we can give you the whole kind of rear panel of the car. Your name will be in white. The colours will look up perfectly against the black background. And it will just look great. And we won't have to do this. We won't have to do that, blah, blah. Nope. Our text is black. Yeah, but that won't show up on the black. And Gemini's just gone, sounds like you need to fix your car then.
Make it white then. Yeah, it's objectively quite a pretty livery. I actually don't mind I can't work out from their photos whether it's chrome, slightly chrome, white, pearly white, grey. You know, I don't actually know what colour the McLaren livery is this week, but it's quite a pretty livery, I think.
Yeah. I'd guess it chromish, pearlescent-y.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It feels... I think McLaren run the risk, because their livery is quite angular.
Yeah.
If you add in a third colour to the mix, you end up kind of looking entry-level paddock pass on Codemasters or EA's latest Formula One game. And that's where I get stuck on with this. It just feels like they've gone onto the livery designer, they've toggled around the sliders a little bit, and they've gone, that'll do.
Yeah. No,
Personally.
I see where you're coming from. Also, are McLaren the team that changed their sponsor layout more than any other team? Because we've got Cisco as the main side pod sponsor this week. And I feel like most other teams pick a side pod sponsor, and that's the side pod sponsor for the year. I don't feel like McLaren seems to love this rotating cast of the big boy sponsor on the side. It's been OKX. At one point, it was the Velo, like e-cigarette people, and then it wasn't because it wasn't allowed to be in certain places. And then it's Cisco, and then it just
I'm sure Chrome
feels
has
like
been
it
there.
changes a lot. Yeah.
Hey, why wouldn't you want to be associated with the fastest car on the grid?
True.
Get
Well
what
done,
you're
Zach
given.
Brown. Get that cash. Get that cash. Right then, we've got 5 special edition liveries for this weekend's Grand Prix. Dan, 5 to 1, rank them, go.
VCarb 5. Mm-hmm. McLaren 4. Mm-hmm. Aston 3, Williams 2, Haas 1. Boom.
Ooh, okay. Whew. I'm going to go VCarb, McLaren, Haas, Aston Williams. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
Hey, look, I don't hate it. You're wrong, but I don't hate it.
But also V-Card, that's an 8 out of 10. Right, shall we pick some drivers?
Well, no, we won't. We'll hand it back to the wheel this week.
The wheel has returned because we are in where we should be. We're back behind
Extra
desks
points this
and
weekend to
microphones
not get
and
on the wheel.
True extra points. Right, I need to press that one, and then that one, and then that one. Right, here we go, Dan. Is it you first this week?
No, I think it's you, mate.
Okay, here we go.
Pretty sure.
My first driver. Come on, just look after me, because I need to pull some points back now. I've lost the lead for the first time in a long time. Stop on Kimi! It hasn't stopped on Kimi. It's Esteban. No, that's not the star that you need.
That's making Hamilton and Leclerc's 12 points last week look like a monster, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, well.
You go. Okay, Esteban Ocon's not a great start from me. You've pulled out. Keep going. Not the 30 mil boy, please. Keep going onto the preferred driver. Thank you. Gabriel Bortoletto. If you'd have pulled Russell there, I would have been in danger. So I'm glad.
I quite like George Russell. That would have been the third week in a row that I'd have had George Russell.
Yeah, and you two can break it up. Right, I need someone good here. Come on. Big points, big money points, big money points, big money points. Charles Leclerc. Thank you. Charles Leclerc.
I think it's his birthday today.
Oh, well, happy birthday, babe. Get in my team. I'll take you back to me motorhome. Happy with that. I'm happy with the Charles.
You've had Charles Leclerc 3 weeks in a row. Actually, up before Azerbaijan, Charles Leclerc had not featured in this random World Championship at all. And now you two are just having a loving.
New contract. That's what it is. New contract. Right. And your second driver, Lil Yuki. Little going to get kicked out of a seat next year because Alex Dunn, the Irishman's coming in. Yuki Tsunoda.
That's not good, is it?
No, this might be some points back for me this weekend now. I feel better.
Well, I'm going to put myself down as 0 now.
Hey, there's a sprint. Something could happen.
I'll put myself down as 0.
Yep.
And
I think Charles is probably good for a P5.
As long as I don't lose 19 points to you this weekend, I'll still have the lead.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right. Hey, this is one of our longer podcasts because it was just all about paint, and that's what we're good at. We said it at the start, but make sure you follow us and subscribe and hit like and leave us a review or email us, lapdownpod@gmail.com, which a couple of people did do, Dan, to back up your Home Alone reference.
Yes.
You had a couple of people slide in to say that they understood and they got and they backed your reference. Still means nothing to me. Dan, if they'd like to see you do things, there's been a change on your end recently.
Yeah, I mean, you can still find me under Dan Jads on the internet. But if you want to watch some cricket stuff and you want to watch it on YouTube, just have a search for Dan Jads Cricket Club. All of the videos are going to be on there. I'm excited by the challenge. Not as excited as I am for a sprint weekend, but it'll do.
Excellent. And twitch.tv/Hey Look It's Alex. If you want to see me play games on the internet, I'm building a theme park at the minute in Parkitect. We will see you all next week after a dramatic weekend of liveries and also some racing and also a grid with Drake and stuff. That's all that business. Anyway, have a good sprinting. We'll see you all later.